Good evening, everyone. Shay's Creations here, and yes, I'm freezing. But anyway, anyway, I'm kind of upset about something. So I don't know. I have to speak to my friends, which is you two. Anyway, I was driving, of course, and I switched seats, of course, let my little princess drive. But when she went into a store, I'm looking out into the parking lot of the garage. I'm looking into the gas station. And I see this lady digging the garbage can. She pulled something out and she gave it to her child, and the child started eating it. Then she went and I saw her pull out some soda bottles and put it into a shopping bag. So I'm sitting there watching what I was watching, but where my vehicle was, it was not a legal parking space. So it wasn't like I was going to jump out at that moment and go to, past the lady a few dollars. So when my daughter got in the car, she went to put the shift, to move the car. I said, wait a minute. I said, I want to go right here for a minute. And so she said, where you going with that? I said, I'm going to give it to the lady. I just watched her dig in the garbage. She just found her child something to eat. I'm going to give her a few dollars. So she said, to the stick and did the shift, the gear. And just, she said, no, mommy, you can't be doing that. And so I got a little disturbed, but of course I wasn't gonna start arguing in the car. I don't play games like that with somebody behind the wheel. But I'm like, I said, I don't want you to do that. When I You let me do what I want to do, and you do what you want to do. I said, but what I wanted to do is give that lady some money to get that child something to eat. I said that was wrong. I said, what if that was you? Wouldn't I want someone to feed you? And that's why I get I'm telling you now, I'm definitely going to cry myself to sleep tonight. There's no way I'm going to go to sleep without crying, because I am so emotional over stuff like this. But I am sick and tired of people just feeling like you can't spare a few dollars because you don't know what the person is going to spend their money on. I don't give a damn what they spend their money on. If I give it to them, it's theirs to spend as they see fit. Even a crackhead, I would rather give a crackhead some money, or an alcoholic or a bum, than they rob somebody's purse or break somebody's car window or something like that. I mean, come on now. There are so many things that could happen. Uh, I'm sitting here and I'm like, how in the world do you tell another person not to be kind? And I don't know how she ended up doing that, knowing that she's lived with me 50 something years, to know that this is who I am. And I don't want anyone to change me, and I don't want anyone to make me feel like what I'm doing is wrong. I don't even, but we were driving down the street one day. This guy asked for some money. She handed the man a $10 bill. I think one day she handed him a $20 bill. And I'm like, baby, that's a little too much. You don't know where that man's going. And she said, but still, he needs the money. So I'm wondering now, because it was a different shade of person. If it, hey, and I don't want to go there, but I'm like, no. And I'm really not happy about that, because this is not the first time someone has said to me, "Oh, you can't be nice like that." Yeah, but it's okay when I'm nice to you. You don't pick and choose kindness. Kindness is just something you either have it or you don't. Now I'm sitting here. I just made some soup. Delicious. Delicious. I just finished eating almost 2 bowls of that soup. Oh my goodness. The starts thick in the pot. It was so nice. I let it simmer down for like maybe 20 minutes on low. When I went back to that soup, it was beautiful. But I'm going to ask on spend nothing. If I can offer a bowl of soup to someone who could use a bowl of soup. I'm not going to so I came on the computer to ask, are we allowed to give food? Because I know at one time when I was having a little too much meals prepared, I used to put it on the marketplace, and there was a guy who used to come quite often, but he made a mistake. I wasn't able to just give away bowls at that time. And I asked him, since he was coming on quite regularly, if he could just, even if he didn't wash the bowls, just put them in a bag and bring them to me and I'll wash them. So then he would just take the bowl and take the bowl. Next thing you know, he would say, oh, I forgot. So you know what I said after that last time? I said, you know what? He obviously don't want it bad enough, because if someone is bestowing you the kindness of giving you countless plates, not charging you, you would at least have the courtesy to put their bowl aside. I would wash their bowl regardless. So I said, no, I can't do that. Mm-mm. Oh, Lord have mercy. But anyway, I'm feeling quite happy because I don't know if I'm going to the casino this afternoon or if I'm going to the Dollar Tree. I wanted to go to Dollar Tree and get a few things. I'm going to show you what I had to do today. Let me show you now. Let me show you. No, I'm not going to pause my video because you know I'm right here. Anyway, I had a table that I ordered, and the table was delivered and stolen or whatever because you know it says right on my label, do not deliver to the lobby, and because people steal and they still deliver to the freaking lobby. So anyway, uh, one of the flea markets I went to, someone gave me a handful of these baskets. So I glued the baskets together today, and then I put some tape here to hold them up. So they basically glued already. Now this is actually the table. So now I'm going to go to the Dollar Tree because if I go to Home Depot, I have to buy the entire big thing and then cut it down to size and have excess, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to go to the Dollar Tree and I'm going to get some of those canvases that you paint. I'm going to get maybe two or three, about three canvases. I'm going to tape them at the edges and then glue them, then layer it with some pretty contact paper, and then I'm going to adhere it to the top of this, which is going to make it a table. Then I have a greeting card holder with greeting cards stacked into it. I'm going to put the greeting card holder right here on my table. I'm going to be sitting hopefully in a chair because I don't want to be sitting on nobody's concrete. Y'all know how I feel about my clothes. But my table's going to be here. My greeting card's going to be here. And I'm going to be outside. But let me tell y'all something, boys and girls. I found a little space on the shopping street. Now, other people go there and they sit there and they sell their goods. But I have a fear of being around a lot of people. I'm afraid something might blow past me and I end up getting hit by a car because there's nothing but traffic on that street. And y'all have already seen the shopping area. But I found a little space and I'm going to go out every Sunday. I decided I'm going to go every Sunday as long as the weather's permitting. Oh, I done messed that up all the way. And guess what? I don't know how to fix it. I'm not going to fix that right now. As long as the weather permits. There you go. You know how I am. Got to fix those corrections. Okay, so this afternoon when someone rode me over there because he was trying to tell me where to go, but I had already told him where I was gonna go. Then it turned out it was the same place. He just didn't realize it. So I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna sit there with my cards, and I'm not gonna take a larger table. I'm just want this size and maybe just around here for two of the holders, and that's it. And then I have some other stuff like some tote bags that I made a custom card to go with. Probably take those or something, but I'm gonna get out. And Sunday, the reason why I chose Sunday, let me explain something to you. Sunday is free parking. So Sunday morning, before the shopping area actually opens up, I plan on being there so I could put my sign. I have this chalkboard with water erase, whatever that thing is. I plan on bringing that, this table, and my house chair to sit there. So I want to get there where I can get there first and get to parking, leave my car there, and I'm good until it's time to go home. But I don't necessarily have to take my car because it's actually walking distance from my house. It's only around three corners, and I can make it through the supermarket that's across from me and get right there. So, but because I'm gonna have my chair and my table and then that little sign. But I do have a wagon that I could pull that around the corner. But who wants to be pulling a chair, a dining chair, with a wagon? But I don't really care because, you know, I'm not the type of person to care about how people think about me. I mean, that's your business. That's your business, honey. But I think I'm going to end up parking there because my sign is right there in the car, and it makes sense, so it is what it is. But I'm kind of excited because it is actually Sunday now. I was supposed to already be at the Dollar Tree to get this thing and put it together and glue it up and all that other stuff. I didn't do it, but I'm going to show you something else I made, and I would like somebody to tell me what it looks like, if it looks like trash or not. I don't think it does. Ow! Now, some of you already know I've done quite a few picture frames, but this one I couldn't help but to do yesterday. I found this pretty contact paper, and I did this frame, and I just put the 3D flowers there. Just, I don't know, maybe I should have did it to the bottom or something, but I did that. But the reason why I'm actually happy is because nothing happened to the back. None of these broke, none of that. So the back is absolutely perfect. The only thing is it doesn't go down. So, but I glued all of this together, so this is not going to come up. But these corners, and I don't want to push any more glue. But I think the picture itself looks so nice with the frame. Oh, I wish you could see it off the computer. Now, I do have, on top of this stack of paper, I do have Explore, but I'm looking, I was going to get Family to put Family there on the frame. Now, I did do a frame, I'm not sure, yep, I did do this frame that has Explore on it, and I like the Explore, but not for this frame right here. But now that I did this frame, let me put that frame up there. I just needed a craft to do to keep my mind busy. But I'm so thankful. Oh, I just happened to notice this. I don't know what this is. It looks like some form of paper. Oh, I think you make some kind of sign or something with it. I don't know. I must have got it on clearance. Yeah, I got it on clearance for $1. I don't know what you do with them. I could make a sign, put it on my table. I don't know. I just happened to notice it. Oh, it's cards. It's envelope. Oh, wow, that's cute. But I don't even know what I can make. But it's cards. I have envelopes here. So, oh, a house. A house. All of them are little houses. Okay, there you go. I might have to take this and put it out in the hallway for somebody. Unless, of course, I can see a use for the envelopes. But, I don't even know how to cut, but I want to make square cards, and that would have been the perfect envelope for it. Anyway, I feel a little better now that I even mentioned it, but I don't know. I'm going to sit here and drink and turn my TV back on, and I'm going to try my best not to eat anything because I gained 5 pounds, so I'm working really hard on losing those 5 pounds. But I'm going to get on my machine in a few minutes. I do this every single day. In case you don't see it, it's my row and ride. I do it every single day, and I love the row and ride for reasons that I won't say on here, but I don't think it's too much information for me to say it anyway. But I belong to this club. They used to call it the itty bitty what committee and all that other stuff, little wee breasts and a little titty, I don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, that machine is making me look a little different when I take off my clothes up here. I love it. I love that right there. I said, I looked at a video my daughter did of me today. I'm like, I'm looking like, did I put on the wrong bra? No, and I don't have them bras with them padding and all the other stuff in it, but I see some changes upstairs, boys and girls, and it is that machine right there. But anyway, I love that machine, but it's not doing too much for my stomach like it was supposed to be doing. But I feel a little uncomfortable because I don't wear long sleeve shirts. I was rushing out today and I had to grab a shirt, and it happened that this one has sleeves on it, but I'm supposed to be going out, and I believe I'm going to have to put a short sleeve shirt on even though it's cold out there. But I just want to be ready when the phone rings. I'm downstairs so I can just get into the elevator. But anyway, I'm sitting here having such a good day, and I'm thinking of something. I just had to show you this card. This card, I love it. I absolutely love this card. You make me proud to be your mom. I'm looking at it backwards, and then inside the thing, I put my own greeting. It says, "There is one roller coaster I would ride over and over again, the one that leads us to being together." But I changed the next one. I don't think I like being together, so I think I changed it. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna look in here. I think I changed it. Yes, there is one roller coaster I would ride over and over again, the one that leads us together. I changed it to, I took out the being, and I forgot to print the next one. I'm having so much fun. eBay is giving me traffic. Yes! All I have to do is keep on being a good girl, and I'm going to be back to where I was before. Times are not as bad, and the only reason why I'm happy is because it's organic traffic, which means they're looking for the underscore in the Shay's Creations. Yes, that's what it is. Okay. I am so happy, and oh my goodness, boys and girls, today I made a mistake. I didn't make a phone call, and I'm even scared to check my daggone email, because even though I left a message about 4 days ago, today the worker was supposed to come back in, and I didn't hear anything. But I'm hoping it's the 18th of the month. I'm hoping they could do something to me to help me when it comes down to my rent. I have to register my freaking car. My car has to be registered, and that is $160. And I don't know if it's 160 plus tax, but I would really like to get a new license plate with Shay's Creations on license plate. So I need to figure out that math as well. Last year I wanted to get my license plate, but financially I wasn't able to. Now I'm sitting here like, okay, I got about 2-3 months ahead of the time. They already sent me the application to fill out. I need to figure out what I'm gonna do, because that money's coming out of my rent. That's the only place it's gonna have to come out, and that is not supposed to be going all the way to my rent. So, but let's check my email. Let's see if my worker by any chance left me a message. I doubt it very seriously. Very seriously. Oh, I don't know who it is, but thank you so much. She had, I mean, your comments are making me feel so good. I'm just thankful that I get to be myself. I don't want to be offensive to anyone, but I don't want to have to be cookie cuttering myself just for this camera, and then somebody be in the next aisle over and say, "Oh, I know that lady from YouTube," and then I actually say something, but "Oh, you see what she said, but she won't say that on her channel." I don't want to be that person. But I'm going to tell you, I was in a store one day about 2 years ago, and someone kept pointing to me and whispering to her man. Now, I wasn't doing anything in the place, so I wasn't doing nothing wrong or anything. So, of course, it wasn't like, look at what she's doing. I was just standing there. And then he said, "That's her." And I'm like, so I just waved and I said hello, but I felt like Oprah. I said, "Oh, she must be watching me on YouTube." Saying, "Nigga, that boy had a lady that be cooking that food." But I felt positive because I wasn't doing anything wrong. So I do everything I can to monitor my behavior. Now I get angry. My mind take the dark side, and I might get really angry and today, for the last 2 days, I was working really hard on it. I've been praying, and I'm asking Lord, please watch over me, walk through this house, and keep all of this out of my mind. But sometimes it gets dark. And we already know mostly everybody in America has some form of mental health illness. But boys and girls, y'all don't want to play around with somebody that has bipolar disorder. I kid you not. Trying to stay on the right path is hard as HLL hockey sticks, or however the hell you say it. But I cannot tell you no lie. As soon as I get away from this computer, I'm not watching TV, or it's just complete silence, which you can tell. The head start playing the games, and I'm like, and I can't deal with it. Sometimes I'm like, shut up. I'm like, I remember one time I was laying down and my boyfriend was sleeping, and I heard like 6 different conversations in my head. Then when I started speaking, answering, I'm like, I'm in the conversation too. No, we're not having this kind of crap here. So, but I kid you not, I had a really good day today. I stayed 110% on the grind, and when my mind was drifting, I said, we're not going there. We're not going there. So it was good, and I got outside twice today, which is really good. I had an agenda. I think you might have seen the last video. I let you see the whole ride with me driving to White Plains today, but I did cut it off before I got to my destination. Can't be giving everybody your location that you be going to. But let me see if anybody saw that video. Let's see. Now I'm going to tell you another thing. I feel like making another meal because I really feel like having some meat, some beef, some sausage, some meat. So it's like 9 o'clock now, and I should have took out the beef if I was going to make the beef. I should have took out the sausage, but the sausage can throw out. I can cut that frozen and eat that. But I'm really feeling like I want to cut up some peppers and some onions and put a little bit of the corn with it and just throw it together. So I think you're gonna see me make another frugal meal. And gosh, man. Oh, 6 people saw my video driving, and then only 5 people saw my soup. But I guess that's because you don't actually see that I actually made soup. You know what gets me? When they choose the image to let you see. So now I gotta change it from me to the pot. And if I change it from me to the pot, then people will know that it's a meal. Especially those who are not reading the heading, because it said frugal lovers soup. So I'm gonna change that. But anyway, thank you so much. This video is 21 minutes, and I am trying to be good for Coral. Yes, Coral, you know I love you, girl.